Hello everybody. Today, this is exciting. We're going to use MCP AI in order to use semantic language to chat with our SuiteCRM data. Okay, so let's go. Before we start, let me ask you a quick question. Do you already know Suite Academy? You will find all SuiteCRM tutorials there. Additionally, it's possible to look into SuiteCRM workshops where I really go into depth into specific tasks and customizations in SuiteCRM. And you will find templates, you will find monthly calls, focus calls on SuiteCRM there. Plus, it's possible to get in touch with my team and me about specific SuiteCRM consulting and development work. So check it out if you're interested. See you there. So there are a couple of features that you can build with AI and especially MCP, Model Context Protocol. I'm explaining it just a bit. I just want to demonstrate it first. So what I've done here is I've integrated a small chat widget into SuiteCRM. And this one comes from n8n. I'll show this in a bit. And now you can ask something like, show me all tasks of will sorted by date. And then you can just send this off and have the AI looking into your CRM system, summarizing the tasks, and there you go. So here's a will task sorted by date. And this is exactly what you can find now here. So if you go to filter and then you want to assign or have this assigned to will, and you will find a couple of tasks that you just saw. Okay, maybe some are already closed. So I've excluded a couple of tasks which are closed already. And therefore, we'll see just a smaller summary here. And then you can do all sorts of other things as well. If you want to have specific searches, show me all leads in the north of the country. That is now working on a smaller share of the leads that we've got in the CRM system. It's possible to extend it. Just for the demo, I shorten it a little bit. And as you can see, yes, well, it almost worked out. Based on the retrieved leads, here are leads that could. So here we've got somebody in Salt Lake City, Santa Fe, Frankfurt, okay, Hartford, so that fits better. Now, so as you can see, it's possible to use semantic search in order to chat with your SuiteCRM data to retrieve something. And of course, it would be possible now to continue working with this. For instance, convert this one into a report to use it in the next campaign or so. Let's go in and check some details. So first of all, about the MCP. Here, you're building basically processes and workflows and exposing them to your AI. So the process workflows, check out all my other videos on SuiteCRM and n8n integration, how to retrieve leads, how to update, how to move something to somewhere, and how to, and so on and so on. These are the things that you're building and you're exposing them to AI capable clients and servers. So how does this look like? Here, as you can see, I've got my client, and the client is basically just what you need to integrate in order to communicate with your data. And the client is simply an AI agent, and here nothing configured at all. It's just the standard. I'm using an Anthropic chat model. You can use something smaller here, but you can use anything basically. And this one is the MCP Client tool. And here I just configured the chat as an embedded chat. I made it publicly available, so it's possible to embed it into my CRM system. Of course, I can have this somehow else. The chat doesn't need to be a trigger. I can have a non-embedded, a standalone chat, or I can have an email as a trigger or whatever. And the interesting thing is coming here, the MCP server. So there again, fairly standard. So here I've placed the MCP server, and that is the trigger now that will be triggered by the client. And what do I have here? I've got different tools now. So my first AI model decision is basically making the decision of what tool to use. And then here, fairly standard as well, plus my different SuiteCRM workflows or pros that we already created. Here, for testing purposes, the one that you just saw, leads and tasks. So I could ask some other things as well, just like a generic hello, what can you do? And the AI is checking which tools it has available and is replying here with the options for the tools. So here, retrieve list of all tasks, retrieve list of all leads. And of course, you can expand on those. You can add some more. Later on, you will have like plenty of tools, different decision-making stuff. So you can build this up as big as you need to, basically. So how does this look like? Fairly standard. So we don't need much AI here inside the individual workflows, inside the individual tools, because they mostly work via the SuiteCRM API directly. And you know this already from most of the videos from before. If not, check out my other videos on SuiteCRM and n8n integration. We've got one interesting thing. So here I transfer the username. So instead of Will, I could have asked for other people. As you can see, this is all Will, but we have other people here as well. So I could have asked for Chris, for Jen, for Max, for Sarah, and so on. And then it would retrieve this one based on an if-else. So we can do this here with an if. So we don't even have to know the full username. So if we're filtering via the SuiteCRM API, we need to know the real username. Here we can just have the AI figuring out, okay, if this is inside the username, it's already good enough. And very important, in order to reduce the amount of data that we're retrieving here, I'm trying to remove all the overhead of the data that we don't need, like the relationships for something, and maybe like who created this node, when was it created, and stuff like this. Depends, of course, on your use case. If you need this, you need to keep it inside. If you don't need it, you can remove this, just like I did here. Here I'm adding a link, and there I'm removing the relationships again. So here I just keep the link attributes, and the attributes I made them a bit shorter as well by selecting just a couple of fields that I actually need. So therefore, as you can see, you're building out your capabilities inside n8n, for instance, and those capabilities are usually tailored or customized to your use cases. And then if you have those built up, and then you would just connect those as tools to your MCP server, and then the MCP server needs to be active, and you can then trigger from your MCP client your tools, your workflows, your business cases. And where you're reacting or where you're triggering, how you're triggering your MCP client, it doesn't matter. So it could be different locations. So maybe here inside the search, it would be possible to have semantic search going on. That would be neat. Or you would be using the task like we have been using before, or you can use a chat widget like you see here, or you can use your phone with voice input as well. It doesn't matter. It's up to you how you prefer to work with your SuiteCRM and your AI assistant, your AI workflow, and your AI systems together. Okay, that was interesting. Let me know if you have any more questions, and if you want to do any projects into the direction SuiteCRM and AI to make your work more efficient. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.